Hello and welcome to Healing Waters at Bethesda. My name is Michael, and this is some of the stuff the Lord has been sharing with me pertaining to the Super Bowl and on Sunday. First off, it started off where I didn't feel like the Lord was particularly guiding me to go to church today. I felt more like He wanted me to just be at home. And so in my time with the Lord, instead of going to church, I felt like I was getting cleaned up, spiritually speaking. That was just what I felt. And later that day, I was also playing a game. I was actually building a hide-and-seek map. And in the process of that, I was building this one rocket where you would take off, and then as you take off into the air, it would explode and you come crashing down. And as I'm building this thing, and close to it, finish, the Lord spoke and said, "Death Angel." And I knew it had a significance with that as I was seeking the Lord with the type of rocket I was building. And someone had mentioned something about explosions being a sign this year also. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeking the Lord here. And what is it? What climbs up higher? Because this is like an hour before the Super Bowl. I'm like, it's the eagle that climbs up super high. Okay, cool. So, and that is just kind of the sign. So if this is a sign and what you're speaking, then the Eagles should lose. And sure enough, I checked and the Eagles lost. And in the process of reading some of the articles, because I did not watch the Super Bowl, I read that one of the members of the Chiefs that won was limping because of the fact that his ankle was hurt. And this reminds me of how God how He breaks His sheep's leg, and they have no choice but to rest in Him. And basically, in a sense, they're hidden because they're healing. So God's actually healing them. They're in hiding. I was building a hide-and-seek map. This is just kind of the Lord's working on me. And in that whole process, He's showing me it's now time for the limping sheep to rise. And the limping sheep are the ones that are the closest to Christ Himself. While the eagles, or I should say the spiritual leaders that have tried to fly on their own accord, are going to crash. And this is just kind of why I feel like the Lord's kind of speaking here. I'm not sure how this is going to play out or whatever, but this is just kind of what the Lord was showing me. And then I was reading a little bit on the halftime. I didn't really read much. The fact that she was pregnant and by somebody named Rocky. I'm like, well, God, you are the rock. And then you're talking about a birth. And automatically I'm thinking of Revelations 12. And God was bringing back a dream of mine that I had years ago of the sign of the Revelation 12 woman being over me in the sky like it was giving birth to me. Now you think about this. Israel, where did they were birthed in the desert and in the wilderness, weren't they? So all these lonely, limping sheep are being birthed in the wilderness and are hidden. And it is about that time for them to start rising. And this is for those that have ears to hear. And we'll see how this plays out. God bless. Bye.